Okay, YouTube, welcome back to Europa Universalis IV and the Luck of the Irish achievement that we are trying to accomplish with fairly successful, I would say outcomes because we're not there yet, but fairly successful inroads towards accomplishing our objective. We are at war with Austria, but not actually doing anything. And that's about it. That's about all that's going on. Waiting for the coalition to drop off, waiting for the truce with England to finish. And and there we go. It looks like finally some progress is being made in the war against Austria. And our ship should be heading down there to help out. Recall diplomats. Wow, look at France mobilized. They're just recruiting like mad fools. Where's my large navy? They were moving somewhere, weren't they? Oh, they're sitting here, taking attrition, dying rapidly. I did not think about attrition. Only 1% right now, so that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna head home and repair. Actually, I don't like going to mainland of England with my large fleet. I'll drop them off at Ireland here. Diplomats are home. Ideas to do, but I'm going to be working on... I don't want my tech cost to go up, so I'm going to lose stability. We're working on teching up, not ideas. The exception would be military when we're ahead, which we may be. We are ahead. So military... Oh wow, we're ahead on diplomatic tech as well. That's fine. That's fine. We have a +2 in there, which, considering we are ahead in tech, may be a little bit silly, but I don't want to pull him out. Because he's a better relations over time, and I actually really want those better relations over time. We do have a spare idea group, however, so maybe that would be something to take out here. Do I get a... Is there better relations over time in here? Improved relations. Aggressive expansion impact. If that was more than 5%, that might be worth the diplomatic tech cost. Lowered impact on stability from diplomatic actions. I don't know. Rebel support efficiency, may sow discontent. Spy defense, embargo, privateer efficiency, none of which I do really. Aggressive expansion impact -10%. Diplomatic reputation +5. Influence actions sound good. Vassals, time to fabricate claims. Cost. I would need to get up to level 4 for it to really be worthwhile, though. I can let it ride for now. Because I don't know what to do. I'm not quite sure if any of those are good ideas. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Really tired. It was an early day today. Up and into work. My shift changed. I went from I worked evenings yesterday and then early mornings today. So like I got home and just heated up some dinner, some leftovers. And by the time I got the leftovers heated up, it was like I came home, I took the leftovers out of the fridge, put them on a plate, put the plate in the microwave, turned the microwave on. That's literally all I had done. Looked at the clock and was like, oh man, I'm gonna be up in 6 hours. Like, I worked the late shift and then had to work the early shift. It's kind of nice because we call it a compressed work week. Because I start work, my first day back after days off is an evening shift, so I get almost that whole day off. And then my last day before I go on days off is an early morning shift, so that way I have the whole evening off. So it's like getting an extra day and a half off on my days off. Whereas if I did it the opposite, right? If I came back working early morning day, I have to take the stability and the money hit. Darn it. I'm not happy about that, but I don't think I had a choice. So we're going to take a couple of loans here, probably. And then I'm going to have to pay off loans and yeah, but if you think about it, if you worked, like let's say you work Monday to Friday, if you start work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then Friday you also start at 6 o'clock in the morning, you start at 6 o'clock every day, obviously. Then Friday night, you're finished at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You come home. Yeah, great, you have Friday night off, but you got Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and then you're back to work Monday morning. So you've only got like 2.5 days. If you do the compressed work week like us, on Friday you finish work at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever. So you have Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday morning, because you're not into work until the afternoon. So you get that extra half a day, which is why we call it a compressed work week. But of course I'm a shift worker, so I don't work Monday to Friday. I work varying schedules and times, with the net result that I never work more than, well, I could work extra overtime, but I never work more than like 6 days scheduled, and then I always get 4 or 5 or 6 days off in a row, and then of course vacation on top of that. So I'm not complaining that I'm tired. I realize that I'm tired for a reason that I want. I want to work a compressed work week. So I accept that I'm tired. I'm just making the comment that I am tired. And it was leg day, working out day before last. And I don't like the leg day. You have like jelly legs, you can't walk, you get out of the car, you try to stand up, you just fall down. Because your legs they have no energy in them. They don't hurt, they're just jello. And then the day after leg day, I'm always a little stiff, but for me it's always 2 days later. So you work out on Tuesday, and then on Thursday, it's like excruciating pain. I can barely move. The problem is I don't understand the concept of moderation. I just go, I'm gonna do 60 squats. I don't care. Maybe I should have stopped at 40, but 60 is my goal, so I power through. And maybe I shouldn't do it that way. Alright, so we will achieve religious unity in 17 months or whatever that was, which is great. We have a mission for that, right? So that'll get us a fair bit of points. I think it's 25 Diplo, 25 admin, plus 10 prestige, I believe is the mission. Yeah, 10 prestige, 25 administrative, 25 diplomatic. So that's a good one, and we'll have that, like I said, in whatever it said there, 17 months. Missionary's 11% now, so that's coming along. How is this stuff going? We have all our cores, I know that. Missionary's working on the last one, I know that. No harsh treatment to do, and no cultures to change. Excellent. So we're still ticking along. Good. I almost didn't do videos today. I thought, should take the day off. Kind of having a bunch of stupid fights with this stupid girl I know. Women. Can't live with them, can't live without them. The problem is they're too good at fighting. So you have like, the smallest of spats. Where like with if it was with a guy, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. You'd have your little tiff. But then 30 seconds later you'd have forgotten about it and moved on. But because it's with a woman, your little tiff turns into this giant eruption, boiling invasion. They lay siege to your brain. If you're a young man, you don't have a lot of experience with women, you might not get it, but ask your older friends, or if you got an older brother, or if you got that kind of relationship with your dad, they'll tell you, yeah, women, they are so much better at fighting than us. So that exhausted me as well and put me in a bad mood. This crazy, crazy woman. It's the assumptions they make that I'm sure they're not making. I'm sure they're just pretend like they're making the assumptions because they know that the assumptions will just get right on our nerves. They don't just know what buttons to push. Ugh, stability again. I remember playing this before they kind of fixed those comets, where you'd get like, in 1 year you'd have like 6 comets. I still, to this day, it's like I'm traumatized from them because I see the comets and I'm just like, oh, another comet! Even though, like, I've had, what, 3 this whole game? 2 this whole game? Something like that. But it's just, I'm so used to seeing them in the past that when I see them now, I'm just like, this is stupid. Okay. So what's going on? We're at war. I know we're at war. Ugh. Austria accepted peace with the Ottomans. Okay, seriously, Spain. If you're going to go to war with Austria, you're actually going to have to go to war with Austria. You can't just sit in Spain and think that's going to win you the war. That's absolutely ridiculous. And since you don't come to my aid in my wars, but sit here beating up people on the mainland, I really have no interest in going and beating up people in your wars. You can beat up on your own people. This is military that's ready. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I am ahead of time militarily, so I will take that. Discipline and force march. I will be quite happy to get force march. That'll be great. In fact, I might sacrifice military tech force march. Does that sound like a stupid thing to do? They're at level 25. I'm at level 25 as well. Netherlands left the coalition. Okay. Now I just need Austria, Portugal, and Sweden to leave. Let's, at war, okay. Portugal, you're not at war with me. It probably won't take long to max those out because I maxed them not that long ago, but I'll at least spend some points at the sea. Finally managed to convert the heretics. Religious unity achieved. What's next? 3 missions, none of which I am going to accomplish. So, yeah, I had... There are some cultures to convert. Let's go ahead and do it. We don't want English cultures in our country. I could do some recruiting. I'm going to recruit... I like either even numbers, like 0. I guess 0. I like whole 10s or whole 5s. So I guess even numbers have nothing to do with it. I like multiples of 5. In naval groups. So like here I got 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. In fact, I'll go up to 80. 6, 77, 78, 79, 80. And I know last time I commented how it's faster to build them on the other side. This will take twice as long, but whatever. That's fine. And then I'll have to do these guys. They're short as well, so I'll recruit another 19 light ships. Never too much manpower, good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I really shouldn't have done this place this tired. It's quite unprofessional to be sitting here yawning. It's also really weird too. I used to, I'd come home after a day like today, a little bit tired. I'd throw on some TV, new episodes of Suits. I love Suits. It's such a fantastic show, and it's filmed here in Toronto, where I'm from. Well, where I live. I'm not really from Toronto, but I live in Toronto now. But I love Suits, and it's filmed here, which is great because I recognize landmarks. and think to myself, that's not New York, that's Toronto. But it's a fantastic show, and a new episode of Suits came out. And normally when I'm watching Suits, you know, my weekly thing to do when I finish work is to on a Thursday is to come home, watch Suits from the night before, and play EU4. And I know I mentioned before I'm a multitasker, so I do it at the same time. And of course, I came home and I couldn't, because my EU4 is a Let's Play. I gotta do audio over top, and I can't very well do commentary while I'm watching Suits, because all I'd hear would be Suits, or you know, I wouldn't be saying anything because I'd be engrossed in listening to what Mike's up to. So I was kind of like, well, what am I going to do? Oh, Oisin's gone. I was like, what am I going to do? Like, do I have something else that I could play? And the answer was no, not really. I like that this is more balanced, but the maneuver is going to be more important. I'm just going with that guy. So I was like, well, what else can I play? And none of the things that I would normally play while I'm watching TV are doable. EU4, because I have the Let's Play going. Prison Architect, I'm going to do a Let's Play of, so I don't want to ruin the latest patch for myself by mastering it now. Kerbal Space Program, I'd like to do a Let's Play of, so I don't really want to do that right now. Minecraft, I have no desire to do a Let's Play of Minecraft, just because there's so many out there, and I don't think I would contribute anything new to that, you know, ecosystem, the Minecraft ecosystem. So I would just play it for me, so I could do that, except that I don't do vanilla anymore. I've moved on to kind of modded Minecraft, and a handful of the mods that I really like are not out yet for 1.7. And I'm not going to start another 1.6.4 world. That would be ridiculous. I just finished one. So I'm just kind of stuck in limbo. I had nothing to do. I watched Suits and did crossword puzzles on my phone at the same time. It was all I could find to do. I owe like 500 and some, right? I need 525 to repay my loans, so I will just save up to repay loans. In fact, will you give me a mission for accumulate debt or something? No, you won't. Or not accumulate debt. Eliminate debt. And then I will take the inflation. You want peace with me. Spain, if you have not made landfall there, I am accepting white peace. And you haven't. You're still standing over here. This is the worst war ever. I'm totally accept. Spain, do you not have a navy? Is this what the problem is? Because if you don't have a navy, shame on you. You have no transports. So that's the problem, is you have no way to get your troops over to Austria, because I bet France won't give you access. Okay. So Scotland, we know they will call upon the coalition members England, Sweden, Portugal, and Austria. See, France will probably jump in with me right away. Oh, but then it would be a coalition war. Would Austria take over as the war leader? I don't think Austria is big enough to take over as the war leader. And even if they were, I mean, look at France. France could easily trounce Austria. The catch would be Sweden. I would have to go back to war with Sweden. Which, I mean, not the end of the world, but... And then I'm going to take on... No, you know what? I'm not going to do it, because I'd take on more aggressive expansion when there's already a coalition against me. So I'll wait for the coalition to end before I go to war with England again. While I have a free diplomat, though, I should be improving relations with Scotland so that we will be ready to annex them when the time comes. And, you know, to make sure they don't try to fight for their independence. Okay. I have another sip of Gatorade. Alright. So the truce is over with England. We can declare war on them whenever we want. We're rebuilding our naval fleet. We're finished our colonization. We have some loans to pay off. Keep an eye on the buildings that we have to build. take some small native tribes as we continue. We still have the Zapotec, the Aztec, and the Maya, which are protectorates of ours that we can unprotectoratarize and then attack. But yeah, the focus is going to be England and getting them as our vassal so that we can annex them and finish the achievement. But that'll be when the coalition is gone. So we're waiting for the coalition to finish. That's kind of the name of the game for the next little while. Just wait for the coalition to finish. But that's all going to be in a future episode for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.